Um, does anyone care that Quentin Jackson's in TNA?
Who's Quentin
Dave,
Jackson?
do you care?
Do I care?
Dave.
Alright.
Do you care? Is that hit or miss?
Your name's not fucking Dave, your name's Monty. And you've hung up because you're a wee arsehole.
No, I've no.
Oh, it's looked like you have. Okay, never mind.
Aye.
If my son learns to swear in an Irish accent, Johnny, yeah? Dad, you fucking cunt. You fucking prick.
Oh, I can't wait to edit this.
Why?
Welcome to the Random Wrestling Review.
Welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Random Wrestling Review. Got a wee change on the show tonight. We're doing our first ever WCW pay-per-view and something else that Gav has never watched and indeed didn't watch, so he's about as fucking useful as always. And with that being said, let me introduce the team and start with the man already mentioned, the pod's regular bus condom. It's Gav.
You're a twat sometimes.
I try my hardest, I really do. And joining
Only for me.
well, you're the easiest target, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's like kicking a man with crutches, kicking his crutches away, then just kicking fuck at him for the fun of it anyway.
For that, I'll start my second lolly.
So, anyhow, joining Gav this week, as always, he could be from Rotterdam or anywhere. It's Dutch.
Hello.
I've been dying to do that fucking Beautiful South intro for ages.
It took you 5 weeks to figure it out.
No, well, I've just seen how long I'd go before I finally ran out of stuff that I had to use it.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Cheers. But I need to think of something to do next week. Might go for he's a perfect
4
10.
out of 10.
Keep it with the... Keep me in that...
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10 shite. Shut up. It's not funny anymore.
No, it's funny when we do it to Gav, but it's not funny when Gav does it.
Because he doesn't understand it.
No, because his feet are cold and he wants to go home. See, that's funny. And making up the rest of the panel, coming back once again, he enjoyed our company so much he's back for a third time. It's Johnny.
Hiya.
Hiya.
How are you?
All good. Gav's got a lot and fucking we're having a great night, really. It's like a RWR picnic.
I'm going to wrap that lolly around his head.
Yeah. And his gay fucking laugh as well. And gay voice and just gayness and jam.
Could be worse. I could be Alan.
That is true. And of course, you all know me by now. I am, as Dutch kindly pointed out earlier on, yeah, find it.
Homo.
Not a homo. I'm far from a homo. Only on weekends. I am the presenter, journalist, and life philosopher. I am David, and I watch professional wrestling.
You faggot.
Just because
Sexual watches professional wrestling.
oh,
Certainly not Gav anyway, because he never fucking watches what we do for the show.
I watched my homework from last week.
Oh, did you, good man?
3 Stages of Hell.
Good man.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
it's quite ironic that it's a pro match from 12 years ago. Did usually fucking 12 years later in the rest of the stuff anyway, so that's fucking consistent.
I'd like to point out, instead of watching the Great American Bash 1999, I did watch the highlights of the 2008 one, and then I watched that instead.
That's ridiculous.
So you watched an irrelevant pay-per-view from a totally different company. That's great, Gav. Cheers. That's fucking useful, that.
Well, he's going a wee bit further back in time, and at least it's not SummerSlam 2010.
Yeah, I true.
So, a couple extra years, he'll be back in 2006, and then maybe by the time fucking he's 31, he'll have watched something from 1998.
In about 2 years from now, if we're still doing this, Gav's going to come and go, guys, did you see what Chris Benoit done? Somebody should stop him. Oh dear. But anyway, before we dive into the Great American Bash 1999, let's start with review.
Wait, 1 second. Shall we try and get Kimball back in?
We'll do it for the start of the next section.
Hmm.
Aye, Kimball's here as well, trying to get his way into sleep, but aye, that's not going too well.
Yeah, but his mic's
Oh, and his mic's
sounding like
yeah.
Stephen Hawking. So
Yeah. So join us in just a couple of seconds for Review of the Week.
It's time for Review of the Week on Random Wrestling Review.
And welcome back, folks. Let's fucking do the weekly chore of reviewing the latest shite in professional wrestling.
We'll talk about TNA first.
If you want to talk about TNA, we can talk about TNA first, aye?
Brooke Hogan, half heel turn, half not. Hogan about to batter Billy Ray with a hammer backstage, and she's like, "Daddy, no."
Yeah.
And then she runs towards him, and her tits are bouncing everywhere. And it was...
I've no desire to see Brooke Hogan's tits.
no, I don't think she's that nice at all.
Well, she looks like Hulk, so...
Well, again, there's the whole wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating toast, but
Oh,
you know.
well. I mean, my standard's incredibly low. I mean, if she was offering it on a plate, then aye, but I wouldn't necessarily go looking for it.
ODB.
Aye, I would. Again, it's like Beth Phoenix syndrome.
Right?
Gail Kim.
Gail Kim? Aye. I don't... What's wrong with Gail Kim?
She's a bit odd.
Are you just being racist?
No, she's just genuinely a bit odd.
Oh, well.
What's
I don't like Gail Kim.
Well, she was storyline shagging Daniel Bryan. When the Bellas thought that he was a virgin. When he was ironically shagging one of the Bellas in real life.
He still is.
Yeah, and Cena's doing the other one. Do you think they have a Eiffel Tower?
I'm wondering, did they ever get
What's
them mixed up?
Yeah. Well, no, because one's
Not anymore.
got bigger tits now.
Twin magic.
Aye. Twin magic halfway through.
I still don't get it. Like, they did that on Raw a few weeks back when one of them clearly had bigger tits, and they're just like, she's like, oh.
Well, what do you want the referee to do? Do you want the referee to just check their tits every
Aye,
time?
hey, hold on a second.
I would if I was that referee.
Was it Jack Dome? He always gets the deepest matches.
I prefer Mike Chioda. He's the best.
So from talking about TNA, we've gone to WWE referees. Which one's the best?
Aye, Brooke
Oh,
Hogan.
Armstrong never replied to me. I tweeted him.
What, Scott Armstrong?
Aye.
Aye.
The referee that charged down the ramp at WrestleMania 28.
For what?
The Undertaker Triple H match when the referee got taken out.
Alright.
Michaels got taken out.
Kimbo, you alive?
Is it better now, is it?
Hey,
Yep.
Kimbo. Aye.
Who's that? Just a friend. You've made a new friend. Oh, a friend? Since when have you had other friends? Oh, friend. I knew him from when we was doing trials at West Ham.
In other big news today, Caitlin's wearing a push-up bra on Raw tonight.
Oh, well, that is fantastic, eh?
Mm-hmm.
What I think...
And we get to know who our secret admirer is.
Hornswoggle.
No,
I'm gonna...
we've already done a storyline with they two.
Fanny Buzz.
I think
Fanny Dangle.
Funny
Fanny
Dangle.
Dangle.
You know...
Dolph Ziggler.
Nah.
That would be dull.
Aye.
These
And then
people love
Big E will
themselves.
end up... AJ will end up bouncing on Big E.
Aye, anyway, TNA had a major announcement this week. Well, TNA/Big TV that Quentin Rampage Jackson has signed for both Bellator, MMA, and TNA Wrestling.
It got signed ages ago.
Well, he signed...
He did his debut this week, but he
Yeah.
did not sign ages ago.
I'm not sure, this is the first I heard it this week.
Okay.
Well, he was wondering about the start of TNA, then he ran into Gunner and James Storm.
Yeah.
And James Storm was standing there looking like a tit with a bell. And Raw's taking a big plummet in the ratings.
I give a
Even
shit. Fucking stay focused, right? We're still talking about TNA.
Yeah, TNA.
What else happened in TNA? Nothing.
Uh,
Go sleep.
Billy Ray versus Jeff Hardy ladder match for a hammer.
What? Oh no, they didn't have a ladder, a fucking hammer, a pole match
Ladder
or
match.
something.
Hammer.
It was it's a non-title ladder match, which sounds stupid anyway, and they had to fight for a hammer, and it was just ridiculous.
So what
And
happened?
Billy Ray got the hammer down, and they didn't even fucking ring the bell. The whole point of a ladder match is get the thing that's hanging down.
Did you also catch Hulk Hogan saying there's going to be a ladder hanging above the ring instead of a hammer?
That'd be impressive though.
Hulk Hogan seems to be making a lot of botches recently. The guy who makes Botchamania must be fucking making money off him.
Do you know, somewhere fucking Vince Russo just came in his pants at the thought of a ladder match.
Exactly, that would be brilliant. Climb the ladder to get the ladder.
Did you see the move that Hardy did on Billy Ray, where Billy Ray was sitting with his legs spread a wee bit, and the ladder was set up, and then Hardy did a wee drop kick onto the ladder, and it went into Billy Ray's balls. Poor guy.
We all saw that 10 years ago, the first time he did it.
Yeah, I've never seen that spot in a ladder match ever.
Never.
Never.
Then again, we're not into balls like Gav is.
No.
At least there wasn't wearing a strap on.
You mean at least? You're the one with the free house. Did you fucking rake through your mum's stuff?
Hello? Fucking sad act. When you've got a free house, you're fucking on a wrestling podcast.
Sucking
I'll just leave then.
Please.
Hang on. Who's the sad act? Him for being on the wrestling podcast, or us for being on the wrestling podcast and not being at his
Being
house?
older.
And not being where?
Not being at his house, because he told us last week where he lives.
Aye, but lives.
Thing is, we all live in our own houses apart from Monty.
Aye,
Monty lives near me.
that's
There you
true.
go. It's part of yours.
You can pick him up.
Good.
Yes,
But
but
I'd rather pick up Courtney.
Johnny,
Courtney, man.
I'm joking. I'm like a fucked Frenchman.
oh.
Oh no.
So Stephanie McMahon came back.
So did Vince.
Aye.
I know, Dave. I know.
She had a new theme song. That was interesting.
And they brought the McMahons back thinking, oh, let's spike the ratings a bit and tell Triple H, no, you can't wrestle. You can't wrestle.
I think that's what they thought,
Well, they brought him back.
Aye, but they would have got a ratings boost if they had the show.
Or fucking sort your mic out, Gav.
Right, it's fine.
Is there a
Go.
problem with it?
No, make your point.
They would have got a bigger ratings boost if the Shield kicked the fuck out of Vince McMahon.
Nah.
Aye,
Too predictable.
Vince McMahon's an old man. He can't get.
They had the Nexus do it.
Say it again.
The Nexus failed.
Aye, that was 3 years ago. When you're in your
Nice. Coming up for 68.
when you're in your 60s, 3 years can be a long time for your health.
Brock Lesnar, F5 them,
Aye,
same year.
it's exactly. So, oh, for fuck's sake, Kimbo.
Dave, shush. Good.
Which is it when he's deliberately waiting till I start speaking.
If I give you my phone, you promise not to eat it.
That needs to be the start-up.
Aye,
We've got a lot for the startup.
aye, fuck RWR, the PG fucking pod. Right,
Kid friendly.
aye. Right, what was I saying?
We're hard to the making of this fucking pod.
Aye, Vince. Aye, he took an F5 from Lesnar, but aye, that's a one-off. He can't like go about every fucking month getting his head kicked in by one of the whoever the fucking popular heel is.
So, could they have done a number on Stephanie?
No, well they should have.
Fucking gang rape there. That would have been awesome.
They just should have.
Kid-friendly podcast.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry.
They just shouldn't have brung out the Shield. Period. There was no need for them to be there at that time.
True.
Were they there? Did they?
Yeah, they came out after, but it took a break.
They
And
took
then
it,
by that time, they'd fucked off and it got the match.
the Shield music hit, and I thought, oh, this could be good. Then it went to a break, and by the time we came back, it was like, oh, the McMahon's just left. I was like, well,
Aye, but you do realise that they're the smartest one in the company, yeah? They're the only ones that never got beat down by the Shield.
yeah, true.
Oh look,
So-
there's people coming down to batter us. You know, they're walking quite slowly. I'm just gonna stand here.
You bed again. Quite tired. Hey, come on, pal.
Right, aye. So what else happened in Raw? What did John Cena do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Had a fight.
Oh, with Curtis Axel.
Oh fuck! I cut his eye. Axel,
Main event.
How much did Vince bury him as well, by the way? Vince just
Vince
told-
and Stephanie. Aye.
No DQ match. Let's have him get counted out. Yeah.
That's
Woo.
another ridiculous thing.
That was aye at the very first opening when both Stephanie and Vince said that Curtis Axel is below Triple H. I mean, why did they have to say that? Can anyone fucking tell me why they had to say that?
Because it's Triple H.
Well, it wasn't Triple H.
Because
And Triple H.
Because-
It's after
because
Triple
Vince-
H.
because Vince logic, and if
Yeah.
it leads somewhere, it might lead somewhere, but I doubt it. It's just poor booking, and they've got no idea how to push anybody. They've got no idea how to make a new star anymore. It doesn't seem so. I don't know.
They've done an alright job with the Shield, but
Yeah, but you look at the difference between the Shield and Curtis Axel. When they brought the Shield in, they had them like attacking and winning like against the main guys right off the bat. They didn't have them
winning
like
clean.
aye,
Not clean, but
well, getting fucking pinfall wins. They didn't have them like getting pinfall victories and fucking count
no
out victories and
contests.
no contests and their fucking opponents giving up because they've got a concussion. I mean, it's baffling what they're doing with this guy now.
Yeah, it's just. We'll see.
You know what I did find out this week? Curtis Axel's middle name is actually Curtis.
Oh well.
Well, it's named after his dad.
Yeah. So it's a step closer to Joe Hennig, kinda.
Is it not Hennig?
You said this last week. No.
Stop.
But
Sure it is.
my striker said it. Oh, fuck off. Right, I might have lost.
I will Google it.
I might have lost out in the Jarrett discussion, but it was fucking Kurt Hennig.
Right, Gav, go and watch WrestleMania 5 and listen to Jesse Ventura talking about Mr. Perfect. Then come
Aye.
on.
I'll Google it.
No, don't Google it. Go and do it.
Fucking
You're
Google
fucking- Go and watch WrestleMania 5, right?
You can.
No, he'll probably end up watching WrestleMania 25. It's got a 5 in it.
Yeah.
It's a WrestleMania, so
No, he'll go
kind
on,
of the same. But
he'll go on the internet, get confused, and start watching Main Event or something. A fucking Saturday morning slam or whatever shit they call it.
WrestleMania 27.
The fucking the showcase or the deplorable. Anyone else got anything to
Hennig.
add? ICW this show this
Kofi
weekend?
Kingston's out.
Aye.
He's injured.
Well, aye, there's that. Kingston's out.
When was the last time he actually did anything though?
It was a US champ a month ago or something.
Aye, but that was only so they. Well, yeah, that doesn't really mean anything.
I mean, I'm not saying that the US fucking title means anything.
don't have to link Wikipedia to us, Gav.
Hennig.
Oh, he is.
We, I can't believe you just sent us fucking Mr. Perfect's Wikipedia like we don't know who he is.
I pointed it out. It says Hennig.
He was billed
It
as
says Hennig.
Henning.
Henning. He was billed as Kurt Hennig his whole fucking
Yeah, but
career.
Matt Striker.
Matt Striker, fuck all. I don't care if Matt Striker said that Kurt Hennig came out dressed in fucking chocolate paint. His name was Kurt Hennig.
I'm back in a minute.
Good.
Oh.
Oh,
I can picture the Caitlin.
Let's listen to this, right? This is a WCW promo.
right.
See what he-
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order. Diamond Dallas Page, there you go, shooting that big mouth of yours off once again. Telling the whole world that there's not one guy in the NWO one-on-one that can beat you. Well, let me tell you something. First of all, I don't know what business you had sticking your nose and trying to be some hero and save Ric Flair. Ric Flair's history. And now Diamond Dallas Page, you've got the spot to make yourself some history. That's to crawl into the ring with the greatest United States champion, representing the NWO. You mean you're not even a wrestler?
The difference between me and you, Paige, is I crawled, I walked, I was carried, but I went to the ring each and every day out of my career. That's worth something. To me, you learned your wrestling from a VCR and some cheat sheet somewhere. Let me tell you something right now. I'm not only the greatest athlete that the NWO's ever produced. I'm the greatest wrestler, the greatest athlete this sport has ever seen or ever will see. Tomorrow night, Starcade, you got an opportunity of a lifetime, pal, because you get a chance at the gold. You look at Kurt Hennig from top to bottom, there are no flaws.
Hennig.
Did he say Hennig?
Yes.
You look at Kurt Hennig from top.
He did.
Because you get a chance at the gold. You look at Kurt Hennig from top.
We did. Do you know what this means?
Gav was right.
That wee prick was right.
Well, he's not healing it.
Fucking first time for everything.
Well, he's not healing now. He's went off to fucking get an ice lolly or something, so we don't need to mention it. And we can just end the segment here and nobody needs to fucking say another word in the next segment. Agreed?
Agreed.
Right, okay. Join us in part 2 for our main feature. WCW, the Great American Bash, 1999. And this is going to be the time for this week's theme song of the week. And we're going to go for, since it's WCW, go for NWO Wolfpack theme. Catch you in a sec.
Going to play the right one, because last week you played the wrong AJ Styles theme. You played one that he hadn't used for about 5 years.
Yeah, it was his original one.
It was crap.
I liked his original one. Right, anyway, see you in part 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wolfpack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys are wrestling. Testing competition when the war does their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the Wolfpack. Here to prove a point, number one, best believe that you don't wanna dance with them. I'll be there for them, come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. 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 You might wind up in a body bag. You took your chances, now it's time to show you we're wrong. In the ring, this is war, all you sucks not strong. Day in, day out, the Wolfpack for life. Tell me who has the guts to come in the ring tonight. We care about the replicas, we make our own rules. You're doing that what it took to fill their shoes. See, it's just a crowd pleaser. On the ground to leave, you're the punishment for making enemies with these soldiers. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. 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 You might wind up in a body bag.
And welcome back, folks. So, this week, WCW, the Great American Bash, 1999. Before we get into it, let's start just have a general conversation. What is the panel's memories of WCW?
Shite, good and shite.
I watched WCW on ITV and then like really early 90s, so I always kind of had a bit of a soft spot for it. Even in like 99 when I started watching it, I'd watch Raw and I'd switch over to WCW when it was on TNT.
Yeah.
And I'd watch Raw and I'd watch WCW, and I kind of always liked it and always sort of followed it. I don't really know why. I just kind of had a soft spot for it, I guess. And this was kind of at the time. It was all right at this time. It hadn't got really, really bad, and like, compared to today,
after the NWA though, aye.
It was just after the NWO. Yeah, they were still kind of kicking about. They were still in the.
Yeah, it was a Wolfpack they were kicking about.
The Black and White were in it as well, because.
Oh yeah,
NWA, not NWO.
The NWA was like
the
NWA went out of business, or well, WCW sort of split from them, or whatever it was happened. That was '92, I think. That was before Ric Flair went to WWF, wasn't it?
Yeah, with a big belt.
Shut up, you wee fucker! I'm trying to make a serious point here, and you're sitting making stupid noises.
Dutch, what about your experiences with WCW?
Same as Kinbo.
Never watched it.
Well, I watched
Oh, I
it,
did watch
but
it. But
Yeah.
goods, bads, goods, bads. It's a shame that they're not around anymore.
Yeah.
You missed the competition.
Their after their follow through in TNA is about, but I mean they had Turner money behind them, and the NWO angle was like, I mean this is cliche, but it was something that had never been done before. Blah blah blah. So I can see why there was interest in it, and like I say, I sort of like it.
But rip the arse out of it.
Yeah.
Totally.
For me, at this time, I never really watched WCW. I mean, I was like just a mark, like complete mark back in those days. So I was a tyrant fucking WWF supporter. So I never like watched WCW at all. The only time I can ever remember watching a full Nitro was one night when my fucking NTL box was being the cunt, and we couldn't get Sky Sports for some reason, but we could get TNT. So
you were watching too much live TV or something, were you?
yeah. So one night me and my dad watched Nitro and Thunder, 4 hours of wrestling on a Friday night, and I didn't like it. It wasn't the WWF, so I was like, nah. Watching back now, like when I watch it back now, like YouTube and stuff, the older stuff, like round about 92, is really good, but like this time, I mean, I don't really.
There was no production value in it at all, but the actual matches were
the wrestling.
Yeah.
Shit promos.
See even at this point, see when you consider, I think the WWF production value compared to Raw compared to Nitro, even in '99 was, I think the WWF was miles ahead. I think the WWF
in production value.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah.
Which is kind of strange when they've got like Turner Broadcasting and all his fucking money behind them.
I think it's to do with demographics, though, because they were South of America, and they sort of have a different cultural sort of thing. You know, they're more sort of laid back and not as into that sort of flamboyancy as you would be, say, in the North America.
True.
Yeah.
You know, because they're all arseholes up there. Sorry.
It's something that always I didn't like about WCW's with the guys' musics. Everyone just seemed to have like dead generic fucking music.
Except for Kurt Hennig's in that match at Great American Bash. Rap is crap. That was fucking mint.
Like the top guys had their music like fucking Goldberg and Sting and the NWO.
And Ric Flair, aye.
And Flair.
DDP and Raven both had Nirvana rip-offs.
Yeah. Rip-offs Nirvana.
I mean, like
both the same stuff. It was both Come As You Are, wasn't it? And both.
Oh yeah, Raven was Come As You Are. Chris Jericho had Pearl Jam, Even Flow.
I think Jericho mentions in the book like his first like.
DDP's not a rip-off of Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
What was that, Monty?
Like Jericho mentioned in his first book, like his first WCW theme, he heard it on one of the Turner like sports programs. It was like basketball, and it was like the highlight music was the same music he was going to the ring as.
Aye. They used a lot of stock music as well.
Yeah.
But the best, the best music and the one that was last was Booker T's music. I thought that was awesome.
Aye, Booker T's was good.
The Harlem Heat stuff.
Yeah. I didn't actually know that. Do you know Booker T's real name is actually Booker T?
Yeah.
Well, Booker T.O.
Booker T. Huffman.
Aye.
His wife's real name is Charmel. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Wonder what Booker T's favourite food is.
I don't know. Maybe chicken or something. I don't know. Protein.
Don't play the Watermelon song.
The thing with the music is when you watch their DVDs, WCW, as much as they had loads of money, they were really niggardly with their money because all the music was kind of cut out of it.
Was it not Jimmy Hart used to do it though, and then he went to WCW and did all remixes for them?
Aye.
Yeah.
But as I was saying the other day, I was watching WrestleMania 6, and it was like I've edited over some of the best music, like fucking Dusty Rhodes and all that. And it's like it was like the fucking music from.
He's just a common man.
Aye, but it wasn't. It was a Wheel of Fortune song. I was like, what the fuck?
Aye.
I don't chuck stuff out my phone.
Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, aye.
What, like the UK version of Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, I'll
I was
like, what the fuck is this?
Aye, so what was it? Big Boss Man's theme, that was
shit. That was his old theme. You know, not the fucking Hard Time one. It was the one when he was back in WWE.
That's a beast of a theme. I love that.
But see, that's their music is probably partly a reason why like their talent doesn't get over.
Yeah, that's Macho Man.
Obviously.
Against the girl.
What the fuck?
What a surprise!
See? See, it's real fortune tunes. Fuck off, Dustin.
Look at all the service.
Fuck off. See?
Please cut me music.
Yep, because I was like, what the fuck? I was looking for a bit of American Dream shit.
Aye.
Fucking show me about the living room and that, but nope.
Like the point I was making there, having music is a like distinct from it's a good way to get guys over. I mean, in '99 WWF, everyone knew what Scotty 2 Hotty's theme was, what Big Boss Man theme was, what Gangrel's theme was. Like guys who were like low Gangrel, sorry. But
his was the best theme ever.
Aye, but did you know what Eddie Guerrero's theme was, or what Chris Benoit's theme was, or Dean Malenko's theme was?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the Horseman theme, aye, but
Then at Cesaro's go. Who did Cesaro get? Is that
Dean
Malenko? Aye.
aye. Well, Teddy Long comes out
What
too.
about this one? Wait.
Brodus Clay theme tunes or rip-offs of someone else's.
Ernest Miller.
Well, that is right. But
Just check Randy Orton's previous theme.
Was CM Punk's theme?
Yeah.
He came out. He came out to it once or something. Aye.
Aye. No, that was a good point, Gav. The Brodus Clay one was Ernest Miller one earlier on in the WWF.
Aye, Funk is on the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's a fucking.
Who's fucking eating like a horse?
Gav.
I'm fucking starving.
Fuck off.
16, learn how to fucking eat properly.
Aye. Right, let's fucking jump into this then. The Great American Bash in 1999 came from Baltimore, in the Baltimore Arena, at an attendance of 11,672, and it was on June 13th, 1999, so nearly exactly 14 years ago. There you are. The show opens with a white limo pulling up outside the arena, and out from the limo comes the No Limit Soldiers with Master P, who are confronted by Kurt Hennig, who says how much he loves rap music, then gets a signed CD from Master P, then rips it up in his face, and Master P jumps behind his bodyguards.
Start making monkey noises, don't they?
See, like, honestly, is this like, I've never heard of this guy till I watched the pay-per-view. Was he famous?
Master P, never heard him.
He was like a B-list rapper. He wasn't, like Dr. Dre or Ice.
He even said that he played basketball and all that stuff, and he's got his own clothing lines. I've never heard of the guy.
See, when he done that thing when he jumped behind his bodyguards and started getting it one ahead, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, you knew guy.
It's like the wee guy in school who'd challenge you to a fight while he was walking away from you.
Yep.
Come on then, mate. Oh, I've got to go biology, sorry.
It was sort of just typical gang mentality. Kurt's there on his own, and he rips up the CD, and then they all sort of try to chase and make stupid noises. And it's.
I love the line when Hennig said, "I'm down with the hootity hoo," or whatever it was. I'm all up in the hootity hoo. It's a fucking great line. I'm going to start using that.
Say it again.
The hootity hoo or whatever. I'm sure it was that hootity hoo.
Okay. Monty's down with the hootity hoo.
It sounds like a innuendo for something. I love a bit of hootity hoo. Oh god. Right, so then we got a promo package, just fucking promoting the pay-per-view. We had promoting the Flair versus Piper match for control of WCW, or become WCW president. The Steiner versus Sting match, the tag team match, and Nash versus Randy Savage. Well, the whole point of this should seem to be dumping shite on each other.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Everyone's
pretty much.
They banned the flying elbow from the top rope as well.
Yeah. pretty much sums up Randy Savage and Kevin Nash's career, just dumping shite all over the place.
I was going to say, if there was ever a metaphor for WCW, it was this match, or this feud. So the show starts with a hardcore match between Brian Knobbs of the Nasty Boys, being accompanied by Jimmy Hart against Hack or Sandman with Chastity.
Hardcore Hack.
Hardcore Hack, sorry.
Like,
Not just any hack.
Oh, he's not just some piece of shit, he's a hardcore piece of shit. What amazed me was somebody in the crowd, well, a few people in the crowd actually had Hack signs. Why would anyone who knew who this guy was not have a Sandman sign?
Because the security would take it off them.
Maybe, true.
I thought it was just WWE did that.
Guys like Sandman and Raven and Stevie Richards and then Mikey Whipwreck later on, they all sort of seemed to be snapped up with WCW. WCW had no idea how to use them at all.
No.
Absolutely no idea. Who was this Chastity Bird as well? I've never seen her before or since.
An ex-porn star, according to Dutch.
Really?
This could have been like Sandman's fucking fourth wife or something, who knows?
Oh, mind, they found out that she was a porn star, and that's when she got let go.
Chastity?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, this wasn't a hardcore match, this was a kendo stick hardcore
No, but
match.
did they not change it though? They asked for it not to be one. That's when they got involved with the fucking ladders and all that shit.
No, what happened was Knobbs said, "Oh, I want to fight you. I don't want a hardcore match. I just want to fight you." And then the first thing he does is grab a chair and smack him with it.
Fucks.
Or not a chair, a bin. Was it a bin?
It was a bin, aye.
I think he came down to help him as well.
Hugh Morris at the end.
And they were jumping off the ropes and all that.
Aye, so this match, the finish for this was Hack pinned Knobbs after Hart accidentally hit Knobbs with a steel chair. Knobbs was then hit with a kendo stick by, not call him Hack, it's fucking Sandman. Hit by a kendo stick by Sandman. Sandman gets free. After the match, Hugh Morris came out to the ring and attacks the Sandman. There you go.
It's crap, actually, yeah.
I know.
I'd no desire to see Brian Knobbs back in 1999. Why the fuck did TNA think they could give him a job in
Pals with Hulk Hogan?
Nice. Hogan's pal.
I just liked it that Hugh Morris was cutting a promo. He was walking back, giving this fucking heated promo.
Yeah.
They just got away back to the Sandman in the ring. Just shoddy camera work.
Yeah. That match went 5:41, by the way.
Cool.
Felt about 20.
Yeah. The next match we had was a long squash match between Van Hammer and another ECW guy, Mikey Whipwreck. Good Mikey.
Aye. Having the job to Van Hammer's... So having the job's one thing, but having the job to Van Hammer, this guy must have really pissed somebody off.
I think they just bought these ECW guys because they could.
Pretty much. Heyman wasn't paying them or something, so they also seem to be jumping at this time.
I mean, ECW 99, I mean, that was on a fucking... Was that before they got their TV deal with...
I can't remember.
I think their TV deal was just 2000, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Aye, so they wouldn't have had it back then. But aye, so fuck knows what financial state they were in, if Vince was giving them enough fucking checks or not. Van Hammer won with a Cobra Clutch Slam after 8.5 minutes. Why that match went that fucking long as well, I don't know.
No, it was pretty bad.
It was shit.
I mean, it was just complete filler. There was absolutely no point to this match.
I mean, fair enough, a match like that's going to happen on, Thunder and Nitro, but they're having it on a pay-per-view. Just some way of trying to push your man Van Hammer, but it was just...
Yeah.
Just
it even showed at the start that we're running out of time because they just repeated what happened with Mr. Perfect. We've just fucking seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, not Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, sorry. You know what I mean? And then they did that big rundown of what was to expect. So it was clear they were just like trying to fill time with any old shit.
Yeah. I think before that, I can't remember if it was before or after that match, we got a promo with Buff Bagwell talking to...
Who's playing music?
Not me. That'll be Gav, so you don't hear him knocking it off.
Stop breathing in your mic as well.
Sorry, Monty.
That's Gav.
It is.
Continue.
Has he died?
I don't know. Sorry, aye.
Nick Patter's him. What quality hairdo?
Aye.
Aye. Fucking mullet.
Nick
Call it.
That's we should make a
Kenny
parody.
Powers effort. That was fucking awesome.
What?
Look at Kenny Powers.
Aye. So in between that match, we got a promo from Buff Bagwell talking to Roddy Piper, thanking him for the opportunity to fight Disco Inferno.
Oh yeah.
So that was the next match. It was Buff Bagwell against my favourite WCW wrestler ever, Disco Inferno. Or Disco Dango, as I like to call him now.
Dangleberry.
Thoughts on Buff Bagwell?
Don't think my thoughts can be put into words. This guy was just horrible.
Yeah.
Shit.
Roided up, fucking. I don't know.
Do you remember the Judy Bagwell?
Go on.
Do you remember the Judy Bagwell on a pole match?
I'd rather not. A guy who just didn't. I mean, he must have been whoever the booker was at this time. It always changed in a few weeks, but he must have just been everybody's pal or everybody's drug monkey or something, because he seemed to always be about as well.
Yeah.
In WCW, he never.
He was there for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, right from.
Sorry.
Oh, you go, Dutch.
I like the story that JR tells that in his brief time in WWE, he had his mum call in to tell them he was sick and he wouldn't be attending a house show.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
So it's like, you need to stop breathing in your mic.
Old Judy.
Gav, are you there?
I am here.
What were your thoughts on Buff Bagwell, Gav?
Who?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't think it's a bad
I
thing.
never watched this event, so.
I don't think it's a bad thing that he doesn't know who Buff Bagwell is.
No, I guess that's one thing we can give you.
Aye. Anyway, Bagwell won this match after 10.5 minutes with a buff blockbuster.
Didn't understand that the commentators were blasting Disco Inferno for not
Disco Fever.
putting.
Disco Fever.
Shut up.
Sorry.
For not putting Bagwell back in the ring. I mean, a count out victory is a victory.
Yeah.
Just fucking get the count out.
Well, Bobby Heenan made that point, I think.
Yeah. You just didn't give a shit, Bobby
No.
Heenan.
That's why I loved Bobby Heenan for WCW.
He did not care for anything, did he?
No.
He really just did not want to be there.
Well, he was happy enough to pick up his money, but apart from that, he did not give a flying fuck.
I mean,
He said that in his documentary as well, but he just fucking hated it.
some of his WWF commentary. I mean, WrestleMania 8, for example, his commentary's
Aye.
just excellent. Him and Monsoon play off each other brilliantly. He just,
1992 Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That's his best.
Yeah. I told you
That
Flair
whole
would win.
match.
I told you Flair would win.
he must
Just that part that Piper comes in and he's beating on Flair. Oh, he's despicable. Then he helps him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
And then he
brilliant.
turns
He's brilliant.
he changes back and forth. He goes, "You skirt wearing pants."
Yeah.
It's not a kilt, it's a skirt. No, it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. No, it's a skirt.
Yes.
He must have really hated Tony Schiavone, because there's just
Yeah. My favourite Heenan moment is when the point when Schiavone, not in this event, but when Schiavone turned into Heenan to ask him something, and he just went, "Sorry, I can't hear you from all the way down here." And fucking Tony Schiavone just had to fucking no-sell it and just continue on with what he was saying. Oh.
Tony.
Right, so the next match was the token race angle match between the No Limit Soldiers, Conan, and an unmasked Rey Mysterio Jr. against.
Looks about 12 with a receding hairline.
Yeah, I think he must have some fucking genetic growing
High
disease.
school kids
Yeah.
will be hearing. And for those of you who didn't pass, some words of Miss Youth Life. Do you want fries with that? That's not actually true, 'cause I don't even think I could get a fucking job at Burger King.
Anyway, they were going up against the West Texas Rednecks of Bobby Duncombe Jr., who's dead, going up against Kurt Hennig, who's also dead and is not from West Texas. He's from Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was just awful, I thought, as well.
I didn't necessarily mind it. I mean, the storyline itself was a bit kind of cliche, but the match itself, it was kind of all right. Conan, I always kind of like Conan. Hennig, you're going to get good stuff out of him all the time. Rey Mysterio, and this Bobby Duncombe guy was okay as well. I mean, what I didn't expect was to see the reaction that the Conan and Mysterio got. Did you hear that?
I take it got booed.
There was the biggest boo of the night, I think.
Well, you need to remember, like, WCW was mainly like working in the south of the country. So what's going to go over, a Mexican rap gimmick or a redneck country music gimmick?
But the rednecks were sort of they were
booked as heels though.
They were supposed to be the heels. But they
the massive Hennig signs in that in the crowd as well.
This is in Maryland. Is Maryland Southern? I don't know.
Where the wire was.
Yeah. I mean, we made fun of TNA for their like race angle and the gay angle last week, but at least they had the common sense to make the white guy and the straight guys the faces.
What gets me as well is that Rap is Crap song.
That was fucking brilliant.
That was right.
Yeah, but
just the
radio stations. What's that?
It was just a shit song, but it's the lyrics.
Yeah, but the radio stations in the southern states of America started playing that.
Yeah, it got quite popular.
Yeah, and what did WCW do? Fuck all.
Yeah.
I love that. Sorry, I also love that Mike Tenay proclaimed his love for gangster rap.
Well, if I have to choose between country music and rap, I think I need to go for rap. No, you don't, Tenay. Fuck off. Oh, fuck it. Like, who was the black DJ guy? DJ?
No idea.
Just, I don't know. Never even caught his name.
No.
DJ Bad Boy.
I mean, he had two things. Did he not introduce, like, the main event matches as well?
Don't know, because at the start, he was trying to play the crowd up, and they was having none of it.
Oh, they just think fucking...
Well, DJ Ran.
Yeah.
He dedicates something to the pay-per-view and attempts to find the radio section, but it just didn't work. I mean, actually, it drew boos.
Yeah. Anyway, the No Limit Soldiers won that match. Mysterio pinned Duncan after Swall attacked Duncombe. That match went 10 minutes 44.
Just take a guess. They put Swall on the payroll as well, WCW. Just take a guess how much he got paid a year.
Over 100 grand.
It was 100 grand an episode, was it not?
No, Master P got paid 200,000 per appearance.
What?
He did about 5 months. And Swole, his cousin, was on the payroll for a reported 400,000 a year.
That's just
he wrestled about matches.
Jesus.
He was earning more than Ric Flair at the time.
Yeah.
Or so you have to believe.
Could buy a lot with that money, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, in 19... you need to remember, in 98, WCW made a profit of 60 million. In 99, they lost 15 million.
No, they lost 62.
No, it was in 2000 they lost 62.
Okay, sorry.
Crazy. And that was what? That's well over 10 years ago. That's...
Yeah. I'll imagine, like, with inflation, how much...
Yeah.
You could probably double the worth of that.
You also catch Mr. Perfect's tribute to Rick Rhodes that got booed.
Yeah.
Was it 99 that Rude died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd only died a couple of weeks before this, and then it was only about a month and a half before this that Owen Hart died. So.
Yeah. Was Rude employed by WCW at the time of his death?
I don't know about the time of his death, but he was definitely employed very, very soon before this.
Oh, because I was just...
I think he went back in 97, and I think in 1999 he was in ECW, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That thing with Shane Douglas.
Yeah. When I was reading up in this match, I looked up that Bobby Duncan guy, and he died in 2000, and when he was still a WCW employee, so they named one of the ring posts BDJ after him. So there you
go. For an event, yeah.
No, for the rest of WCW's existence, one of the ring posts were named BDJ.
Rude died in April 1999.
April 99, so a month after this.
A month before, this was June.
Aye, sorry.
A couple of months, yeah.
The next match was Scott Norton against Ernest the Cat Miller. Ernest Miller came out, then Horace Hogan came out, and we were not told why that Scott Norton wasn't appearing.
Never explained.
No, never explained.
Nobody wanted to be. Scott Norton and Horace Hogan were just two of the most horrible wrestlers I've ever seen.
But Scott Norton was like a face guy in the heel NWO.
Kind of, yeah.
I
don't think there was any real sense ever made out of that. The end of that angle.
Ernest Miller was with Sonny Ono. There you go.
Later sued WCW, huh?
Did they?
Yeah. He sued them for being racists, and he won.
Was Sonny Ono was Ultimate Dragon's manager at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Miller pinned Hogan after he put on Sonny Ono's shoe and hit a super kick. That went 5 minutes 10. That's really all you need to say about that, I think.
A loaded slipper.
Yeah. That was not just a high heel shoe, basically.
No, it was just a slipper.
Yeah, it did not have like
red.
Yeah, it did not have like some stupid heel on it, though.
Not that I remember.
Oh well. I don't think we need to go fucking too much into that anyway. The next match was Ric Flair.
Oh, wait, before I forget, another thing with WCW logic. In Super Bowl 2000, they had somebody make a surprise appearance for an Ernest Miller skit in the ring with the Maestro. They had James Brown make a repeat for a reported million. No promotion, no extra publicity, just put him on a random pay-per-view with no hype at all.
WCW for you. So next match was Ric Flair with Arn Anderson and the Head Nurse going up against the WCW president, Rowdy Roddy Piper, for the WCW presidency. And if I can compare this to the King of Ring 99 match between Austin and the McMahons for control of the WWF, when that match was on King of Ring and it was the main event ahead of the King of Ring final and a WWF title match, they made it a big deal. That was the difference between WWF and WCW. They could make things seem a big deal. This should have been the main event.
It was two guys who just way past their prime. This match was horrible as well.
Yeah, I don't mean that Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper should be the main event. I mean a match for the WCW presidency should have been the main event. For control of the company should have been the main event.
Yeah, it's the overall equity of it, the reputation.
Yeah. I mean, at the start of this, I've actually said that WCW was good at this time, and just as we've gone on, it appears that it wasn't. So I'm just going to retract that statement, and WCW was shite at this time.
I think if they didn't hit the iceberg by this point, they were fucking going steady towards it anyway.
So Russo was kind of involved at this point, wasn't
he? Yeah, I think he jumped ship by this time.
Sort of, it was before the sort of Hogan stuff. It was before the work shoot kind of thing, and it was before the whole sort of new breed stuff, which was horrible as well.
Well, Nash was a booker at this point.
Ugh.
Which is why he's the fucking world champion.
Yeah. Says all you need to, really, doesn't it?
So,
Find that they, sorry.
On you go.
Go on.
No, on you go.
I just wanted to say, one of their valets, Asia, mind her?
Yeah.
Knockoff of China.
Yeah.
Because Asia is bigger than China. Get it?
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Another one of the knockoffs was one of the fucking Gene Okerlund. He was talking before the show about some kind of like all the internet stuff, and he talks about this guy doing the Ross report, which is I dig it, Jim Ross.
Yeah. Oh,
cool story.
Yeah, those wee digs like Virgil got renamed Shane after Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
I was Vincent as well.
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah, so he went from Vincent to his son Shane.
I even think the fact that like Disco Inferno done the stunner was just a dig as well.
Well, he'd been doing that for a while before Steve Austin. So.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, even allowing him to use it was, yeah.
So just reading like the finish of this match, this is going to show you the fucking stupidity of WCW. Piper was disqualified when Buff Bagwell came out and attacked Flair. So, as per the match stipulation, Flair regained presidency of WCW. Piper had won the presidency of WCW at the last pay-per-view the previous month at Slamboree. So he was WCW president for all of a month. What the fuck was the point?
No point.
I think the funniest thing this whole pay-per-view was after the match, Piper helped Flair and Anderson attack Buff Bagwell for being a twat. Which was probably the thing that made most sense in the whole pay-per-view. You cost me this match, you fucking idiot, I'm going to kick your head in.
It went on for far too long as well. It was about 5 or 6 minutes of him whipping Bagwell. And just, please get it over with.
The actual match went 8 minutes 16, I think. The actual aftermath, maybe I went on longer than that.
I like the wee moment that he had Flair in the corner and he just yelled out, "Fuck you," and then chopped him.
Yeah. After that, we got Rick Steiner against Sting in a falls count anywhere match. What an overbooked piece of shit this was.
With the dogs, yeah.
Yeah. Just get.
I was looking forward to seeing a Sting match from this time because Sting was in his prime and there was some decent matches he had, but Rick Steiner, come on.
I can't say I ever was a Sting fan, to be honest.
No, he wasn't actually as great as you think.
I said when I actually watched WCW the rare time I did in '99, I remember some of my friends would watch WCW and they'd always go on about Sting, and like because I never watched this time, when I finally seen Sting, I like built him up so much in my mind it was going to be this fucking great thing. Then I saw him and I was like, oh, is that it? So I never really.
Because he was the Ultimate Warrior, he was charismatic, but he was basically like a Tesco Value version though.
To be honest, I prefer California Cool Sting to fucking.
The fucking dark one.
Yeah, to the fucking Crow ripoff.
No.
I kind of liked the Crow. I don't know what it was, but
the version of the Undertaker
was a bit. Yeah, well, I didn't think it was like the Undertaker, although maybe you're right. But I just thought there was something cool about it.
I don't know.
Those sort of guy sitting in the rafters, watching everybody up. But he was.
That was the best build-up that they did, and they fucked that up as well.
Yeah.
Find that they didn't have him wrestle for like 14 or 18 months to build up the Hogan match.
Mm-hmm.
And they fucked that up.
I mean, I think, when did they first start doing the Crow gimmick? Was about 97?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh.
No?
97, Starrcade 97, he had the match.
So it
must have been
96?
Late 96.
So I think the Crow gimmick had some fucking. I don't think he had to keep with that gimmick for the rest of his career. I don't see why he didn't go back to being like Sting, who came out with like coloured face paint and stuff and blonde hair.
Loved it when he joined the Wolfpack. He was just a giant angry lobster.
Yeah.
Inspiration from Sheamus.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, the finish of this match is fucking horrible. Unbelievable. Steiner fights Sting back to the backstage.
Tank Abbott comes out.
Tank Abbott comes out and fucking grabs Sting's arms.
He became champion as well. Tank Abbott.
I think that's what Russo was fired for the first time, suggesting him to become champion. So anyway, Tank grabs Sting, then Scott Steiner appears with dogs. We presume attacks Sting. Well, no, we did actually see him bite his hand when he had a towel wrapped around it. Then the cameras go to the ring as Sting's getting savaged by dogs. Then Rick Steiner.
You missed You missed out the part that you saw like the 11 security guys running Baywatch style to save Sting.
Slowly, as slowly as you could probably anybody could ever run.
Yeah.
And I moved faster than these guys. They were just like slowed down 2 miles an hour running to try and get them.
Yeah. So
I have to admit, the dogs were better than the ones in the. What was that? Hell in the.
Kennel from Hell match, yeah. The boss match, Boss Snow, yeah. They sort of. I'd actually attacked Sting. They actually bit Sting, didn't they, rather than hump each other and shite over the floor.
Yeah.
So Scott Steiner came out and told everyone, remember this was a Falls Count Anywhere match, and Rick Steiner was declared the winner without actually seeing it.
Because the referee counted 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Did the dogs win or did Rick Steiner win?
Oh, he's the dog-faced gremlin, huh?
True.
So.
Imagine that being your gimmick throughout your whole career, the fact that you're an ugly bastard.
What I also didn't get, like, Sting had him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Sharpshooter.
And he's got Scorpion Deathlock. But
yeah, I know.
Steiner got to the ropes, and the referee started counting to 5. It's no DQ match. Why the fuck would you listen to that?
Logic.
Yeah, you can't get disqualified, so why have rope breaks?
Yeah. The penultimate match of this show was actually the only decent match in the show. It was a Jersey Triad of Chris Kanyon, who's dead, up against Diamond Dallas Page, accompanied to the ring by Bam Bam Bigelow, who's also dead, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Morbid, who were taking on the team of Perry Saturn and...
Welcome.
Hmm?
Remember he's banged in the head with his big pet mop?
Yeah, we didn't have Moppy.
Moppy was awesome.
Who was tag teaming with someone I've never seen before, who doesn't exist.
Yeah.
He was with Chris Benoit. And finally we got a decent match.
Was decent. Like,
Canyon,
I think Canyon was pretty underrated actually. He seemed to be able to work pretty well.
Well, who better than Canyon?
He was a bit over the hill and around the corner apparently as well.
Aye, well. Sure, he tried to sue the WWE because he said they discriminated against him because he was gay.
Yeah.
And he used to come out with his Alliance MVP t-shirts and stuff.
Were him and Patterson pals then?
Well, maybe it was another case of the Virgil. Get your cock out and you'll get a contract. Oh. Wrestling's fucked up, man, sometimes.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So this match, I believe Saturn and Benoit were the champions going in.
The title had been changed about 20 times previous between the two teams.
Yeah.
Which again, WCW logic, then rather than just keep the belts on one team and then have the others win. Somebody won it on Nitro and then somebody won it on Thunder, and the next time somebody won it on Nitro and then it won the pay-per-view or something else.
Yeah, they won it 3 days prior, so time to make another change.
Oh, Dallas and Page. Page and Canyon would win it again. Canyon pinned Benoit after DDP hit the Diamond Cutter. Jersey Triad, new WCW World Tag Team Champions. To be fair, Page and Canyon was probably one of the only established tag teams in WCW. Like
you could say the Steiner brothers, I guess, but
I suppose
nobody wants to see them.
No. Yeah, so we had 7 matches in this pay-per-view, and this was the only one that really got that you could give pass marks to.
Yep.
Oh god. Right, so the main event was the World Heavyweight Champion Kevin Nash taking on Randy Savage for the belt. Savage was accompanied to the ring by Gorgeous George, Medusa, and Miss Madness. and Kevin.
Miss Madness.
Who's Miss Madness, Monty? Yeah.
I never seen. Was it Elizabeth?
Nope.
Was it no?
Nope.
Molly Holly.
Oh fuck! I maybe you told me that during the week. Nora Greenwald, as she's also known.
She was really. I mean, I know she was nice in her later days, but she was pretty stunning back at this time.
Still a virgin by all accounts.
Aye.
Or so she claimed last year, anyway. So fuck. This match went 7 minutes. Title main event on a pay-per-view that went 7 minutes. Nash won, and I think he done well being able to go for 7 minutes. To be fair to him.
7 minute fucking main event.
Without wrecking his knee or tearing his quad.
Yes, and without getting his feet cold.
Oh, but what? Another thing, like Macho's women attacked Kevin Nash, no problem. Sid runs in, disqualification.
Oh fuck! It was a return of Sid Vicious as well. Or Psycho? Was he just Sid Vicious or Psycho Sid at this point?
He was Sid Vicious in WCW.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Another thing. Sorry.
There you go, Dutch.
Oh, just wanted to mention that White Hammer from the beginning. Like, they never mentioned in the end who.
The driver.
Yeah.
I was
just reading up on.
That was.
Yeah, well, I was reading up on it, and they referred to that White Hammer months later, and show a clip, and that Hummer has a totally different color.
Was that the White Hummer that Goldberg nearly lost his arm because of?
No.
Thought it might have been the same car, just...
I think that was a limo that he...
oh, so it was, aye.
Glass. Fucking nearly killed himself.
Yeah. So, that was WCW Bash at the Beach. Great American Bash, 1999. Gentlemen, your summary and ratings for this show. We'll start with Dutch.
Absolute shit. The person who suggested this should be kicked up.
Should have went with SummerSlam 2010.
You shush.
Fuck off.
Prick.
What would you give it out of 10?
Let's give it a 2. 2 out of 10.
Johnny?
Only for the Benoit match.
Yeah. Johnny, your thoughts?
Compared to what was going on in WWF at the time, we had the Ministry angle kind of coming to the end, and Austin v Undertaker in the First Blood match around the same time. It was nothing compared to that, but see, compared to what's on TV today, still kind of even a wee bit better than what's on TV today sometimes. I'm going to go for, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Some of it was well put together. Some of the matches were a bit horrible, and nobody wants to see half the wrestlers, but I mean, it's sort of a general feel that it was a decent show.
Campbell?
I don't know, I disagree with you there, Johnny. I actually think it was rubbish. Of all the ones from that era, I think that was probably one of the worst pay-per-views of the year.
Well, fuck you anyway.
No, opinions, mate, like assholes, everyone's got them. Loads of them are shite, though. But,
yeah.
You know, but as I say, the wrestling was even quite amateuristic. But in saying that, there was moves they do then they don't do now. Like, when was the last time you saw somebody get an abdominal stretch? Things like that. You know, it's just...
Well,
it's for its time.
Well, moves like that being used, and I mean, I think there was a pile driver at one point. And,
and as I say, it's just a sign of the times. But
yeah.
It's the way we're fed wrestling now. It's crap now as well, though.
I think you said earlier it's aged an awful lot.
You know, if there was still WCW, I mean, maybe that could appeal to like the demographic that sort of churns or yearns for the Attitude Era, and the way that TNA's failing, and then WWE could keep its fucking kiddie friendly, stupid, nonsensical fucking storylines. But you know, it's the same.
Well, the thing about all that, the people who yearn for the Attitude Era, they just seem to go and watch UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But even so, as you say, with Attitude, it's like you couldn't have a tag team match without one of them having to have a fight outside so that somebody could get pinned.
Yeah.
You know, but it's these, you know, it's things like that. It kind of did actually blow out of control, so you can kind of see why it had to sort of regress. But
I think there's a lot of
also injuries too.
I think nostalgia plays a lot in the value that the Attitude Era has. I mean, I think people like usually talk about the Attitude Era as if it was flawless and like
Yeah, it wasn't actually.
No, I mean when you look back, there was a lot of fucking crap back then as well.
Mm-hmm. Sean Stasiak.
Well, even if you
PMS.
Look, PMS. I mean, the oddities and shit like that. I mean,
Right to censor.
Well, I like to write a censor. I thought that was a good angle. Just because that.
Gilbert.
I mean, you look at like Val. Val Venus, Choppy Pee Pee. I mean, if they'd done that now, they'd get slated for it.
Even the commentary, though, the language.
Yeah, well, I thought the commentary back then was pretty good, flawless.
Until they got a gift, you mean?
Yeah.
They got away with it.
Yeah, well, they were allowed to, aye.
It had to match the product, though, not like now.
But I think the point was that both commentators actually cared. I mean, fucking the King just goes through the emotions these days and all.
Whatever.
Aye.
Well, JBL's alright, just he talks pure shit.
Yeah, well, JBL's the best commentator out there. He is kind of like a Bobby Heenan style of heel commentator.
Aye, because King used to be like that. I mean, he's just like I said, he doesn't really care anymore either.
He's just a vanilla fucking.
He doesn't watch the product.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't watch SmackDown now.
So he knows Vince. If Vince sort of speaks back to him, he'll just quit.
Yeah, because Vince won't shout down to him through the headsets. It's like
best pairing was still. Yeah, go on.
I was just gonna. It was either Joey Styles or Taz pulled him up for it in that WWE versus ECW head-to-head show we done a few weeks ago. One of them said something about a SmackDown guy, and one of them said, "Do you even watch SmackDown? Do you even watch a product?" Like clearly knowing that he doesn't, even back then.
Yeah, I mean the best commentary booth in the Attitude Era for me was JR and Paul Heyman.
Heyman was good.
Heyman was really good.
You just fucking hated him out.
Yeah.
And that's his job.
Exactly. That's what you need.
You
need the good and the bad.
Yeah. I mean, as a mark, I was so happy at the time, the day after Survivor Series, when like Heyman, when JR knocked fucking him, and like went, "Take that, you son of a bitch," or something. So I'll give this show it's garbage. 2 out of 10 for me as well. Gav.
Seeing that you watched the 2008 version instead of 1999, like us.
2008 would get 3 out of 10.
Must have been really bad then.
I can't even remember. Because it wasn't even the Great American Bash at that point, it was the Bash.
I think it was 2008 I watched.
I mean, that could have been it. That could be the Great American Bash, or that could have been Bash at the Beach, or...
Cena v JBL.
Bash went off.
Edge versus Triple H for the title.
Actually, doesn't sound
that was when Ryder and Hawkins won the tag titles.
The Edgeheads.
Shelton Benjamin won the
gold standard. Shelton Benjamin
won the US title.
We're not fucking talking about that show. Shut up.
Edge speared Ricky Guerrero as well.
Nobody cares. Right, so next week we're going to be looking at our first proper ECW show. And we're going to be looking at ECW Heatwave 98, I believe. Mm-hmm. Is that right? Yeah.
Don't watch the highlights, Gav. Watch One Night Stand 2005. Do what you're told.
Do you know, this is you officially getting a fucking
yellow carded.
No, an Errol Hebner warning. Next time you're out of here, you'll get a one pod suspension.
I'll be back.
Have you done your homework for the next segment?
3 stages to hell.
Yes.
I have.
Very good. Well, we'll see that in segment 3. That just wraps about everything up for here. Anyone got anything else they want to add? And with that, we'll see you in part 3. And welcome back, folks. So let's go to our first instalment of our new segment, the eagerly anticipated segment. It's Gav's homework. And so, Gav, we're trying to educate you on real professional wrestling, not fucking SummerSlam 2010. So tell the good people of the RWR audience what you were watching this week.
Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Triple H in a 3 Stages of Hell match from No Way Out. 2001?
Yep. So, let's just get right to it. What did you think of this match?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yep.
Bloody brilliant stuff. That's it. Fucking sledgehammer. Hate it.
Well,
Why?
Triple H and his bloody stupid sledgehammer.
It
just pisses me off.
Yeah, I'll give him a break here with the sledgehammer because I think now it is getting a bit boring, Triple H using the sledgehammer. But back then it was new, fresh, aye.
Well, it wasn't exactly fresh at this point. He'd been using it for a couple of years, but it was established and it was, breaking it out was like a big thing, and it wasn't as boring back then.
No, it hadn't.
You'd actually hit people on the head with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember, I think fucking The Rock took a full swing to the gut with it one time.
Yeah.
Aye.
I remember that. Did he hit The Undertaker with it too? And
yeah.
Full on.
I remember one time he properly fucked Batista with the wooden bit. One time as well, like a full fucking swing. I know it was only the wooden bit, but like, you see the hand.
Do you want to listen to what you said again?
What? He fucked him with the wooden bit?
Yeah.
Aye. Well. You know what I mean? Like, sexual innuendo aside, when you look at the handles for the hammers are like thick and sturdy, it's still hard with a full swing for one of them.
Thick and sturdy and hard.
For fuck's sake.
Sounds like something else.
Aye, Gav, so
how does this rate over your Cena Ryback match, Gav?
In terms of that, I'd be like a 16 out of 10.
What's that?
We will get you there in the end.
Yeah.
You'll educate me eventually.
In a year's time, you're going to be looking at Ryback versus Cena going, oh fuck, 5 out of 10. Not fucking 9 out of 10. But you're getting there. It's all about the learning process. You will become a well-rounded person for this experience.
So this match that he watched, the 3 Stages of Hell, was before WrestleMania 17, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a pay-per-view before.
Yeah. So was it the end of the end of Triple H Austin feud, was it?
Yeah, because Triple H would go in to fight Undertaker at WrestleMania, and like obviously Austin would take on The Rock.
Yeah, I remember it being one of the best matches I'd ever seen back then.
Yeah, I remember this time it was such a good way for Triple H to win as well. Just like falling in Austin, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I was so angry at the time watching this, like being the big Austin mark. Just like, oh fuck, I can't believe that bastard's won again.
Austin lost it, but still kept his WrestleMania title shot.
Yeah.
This was just a bragging rights match then, essentially.
Yeah, because this was like all to do with Triple H running him over and stuff as well. It was all that coming to the boiling point.
Yeah, it was booked really awesomely as well. Just got it.
I mean, when you look at the actual the matches as well, I believe it was it a normal match, a no DQ match, then a Hell in a Cell match, a steel cage match?
Just looking hardcore match, fatal 4-way, singles, 3 Stages of Hell, singles, tables, singles.
Sorry?
So it's 1 hardcore, 1 fatal 4-way,
a fatal 4-way?
3 stages. Yeah, between Jericho, Benoit, Guerrero.
Oh yeah, in the pay-per-view, yeah.
No, I was talking about for the actual 3 Stages of Hell match.
Oh, sorry. No, for the 3 Stages of Hell.
I'm sure the first one was a singles match, like just a normal match.
Yeah.
Then was it a no DQ match? Street fight, yeah. And was it a cage match or a Hell in a Cell for the last fall?
Cage.
Cage,
yeah. I mean, that's a proper...
Even if you look at the second one between Triple H and Shawn Michaels, not to spoil it, but again, there was a street fight, steel cage, and a ladder match. And then now it's a fucking lumberjack, tables, and ambulance match.
It's just 3 stages of purgatory.
Yeah.
I mean, a lumberjack match does not scream hell to me.
Depends who the lumberjacks are.
Yeah, well, fuck, if it's a ring surrounded by fucking mass rapists and murderers, then yeah, fair enough, but not fucking JTG and fucking Drew McIntyre.
Khali, Hornswoggle.
Aye.
It's my personal.
Sheamus will be out there. He'll get involved.
It's funny why the faces always like help the face guy and the heels always help the heel guy.
They don't fight each other.
No, and then they don't fight each other from the outside. You could be having a 6-month long program where a guy at the other side of the ring, but you don't try and attack him. It's depressing when you compare this to what's going to be the Ryback and Cena match. It really is.
About 9 out of 10.
That's the thing that I envy. Like, Gav's all watching this for the first time. Like, we've already lived through it. A bunch of old kids.
Gav will probably think it's shite. Wait and see.
If it does, then I'll fucking come down to them.
Yeah. At the same time, though, I'd rather live through it than go back and watch it.
Yeah.
True, but I mean, if you hear everybody talking about it, nowadays you can just jump online, load up YouTube, and fucking watch it.
At the same time, though, we can do that. We can do that with the like stuff we missed, like from.
I mean, I had to wait on the fucking DVD coming out 4 months later, and then I had to pay about 50 quid to get the fucking DVD.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I suppose
wasn't really as much torrents back then, was there?
None.
Oh.
If there was, it wasn't broadband, so it was fucking shit anyway.
99, I don't torrents.
Oh, we had a Napster in 99.
LimeWire and all that.
We had broadband in Rotterdam in 99, but you had fucking Napster, so you waited 4 days on a fucking file to come through, and just some cunt that renamed the file to something else.
Yeah.
Like donkey porn or something.
I didn't even.
That's every now and then, but
I didn't even have a computer in my house in 99.
Yeah, but you live in Linwood.
You didn't get power till 1982.
Well, I'm just saying, compare it now, and you look like I've got like what 4 or 5 things that can be classed as computers. I didn't have one back in 99.
I've got my laptop, and that's it.
Well, I'm not saying like I've got like just around me now. I've got my iPhone, and I've got my laptop, and I've got my Xbox on, and like fucking
tablet.
Your mom's raging about the Lecky bill.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, back then I had my Sega Mega Drive and my PlayStation 1, and I thought I was the tits.
hell, man, we had an Atari, then later Nintendo 8-bit, Super Nintendo, Sega, 2 Game Boys.
Yeah, I had a Game Boy.
What was his name?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Stuart. Anyway, this seems to have fucking took a diversion, this conversation. Anyway, so Dutch, tell...
Question of the week.
No, not yet. Tell Gav what he's watching next week.
Next week.
Great.
Yeah, for his homework.
Steve Austin against Dude Love at Over the Edge 1998.
Can I not volunteer myself to watch Mankind v Undertaker?
Fucking Miz versus fucking Daniel Bryan on fucking main event.
You can watch Mankind v the Undertaker if you want, but watch Dude Love versus Stone Cold as well.
Yes, you need to watch
That's
that match.
homework.
As you're told.
Yeah.
I know.
For extra, I go credit. You should be watching that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for extra wrestling homo points.
Was there a match where Kane and Dude Love were tag teams, or was it Mankind tag team? And then
Mankind. Dude Love. It started after WrestleMania 17. Him and Terry Funk lost the tag titles to the Outlaws.
14.
14. Sorry, he was Cactus Jack. Then he he said, I don't want to be Cactus Jack, and he came out as Dude Love to attack Steve Austin because Steve Austin was popular, blah, blah, blah. Vince McMahon gave him a couple of title shots, he messed them up, and then he disappeared. He said, Dude Love got fired, Vince McMahon fired Dude Love, and then he came out as Mankind, and him and Kane won the tag titles from the Outlaws, so him and Kane feuded with the Outlaws, and Austin feuding with the Undertaker, but then they had a tag team match with Austin and the Undertaker versus Mankind and Kane. It was awesome. It was fully loaded, 99, 98, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Did they not have Mankind face Kane and Mankind refused to fight? So you just got to see Kane batter Mankind for a bit.
No, what happened was there was a triple threat match for the number one contendership. Kane didn't come. The Undertaker didn't come out, so it was Kane versus Mankind. Mankind said, "I'm not going to fight Kane." So Kane did beat the shit out of him, but it wasn't Kane; it was the Undertaker.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they were dressing up.
Dead Manception.
Yeah.
That was in WWE 13.
Sure.
Well, at least you know about it.
Sure, Austin and Dude Love were tag champs at one point as well.
That was about a year earlier. That was 97. Yeah, you're that's right. That's when Dude Love made his debut.
Yeah.
See, you missed all this, Gav. Oh man. And
what match were you going to suggest, Gav?
What?
You said you wanted to suggest a match yourself.
Undertaker v Mankind, Hell in a Cell.
You should have watched that before anyway.
I know. Even just
True.
I mean, the match itself is fuck all, but it's just for the two spots.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Funk losing his shoe.
Aye.
So
just watch that match. Do as you're told.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you be a good boy and you eat all your peas, you can watch Undertaker and Mankind next week.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So let's move on to Gav's.
But when you describe the match or whatever, you kind of have to elaborate a bit more than, yeah, it was okay, yeah, it was good.
Aye.
I'll make notes.
I want a 200-word
No
essay.
highlights.
Yeah, which spots were good, what bit of the storyline was the best, that kind of thing.
Comment on the
highlights.
Comment on the satiric social commentary that was coming through during that match.
Mm-hmm.
Through Austin's punches and his middle finger to the establishment and authority. What it meant, never mind. Just fucking watch a match.
All right.
You have to quote at least one bit of the commentary.
Yes. And not just puppies. Or fucking slobber
Oh my
knocker.
God, he's broken in half.
Or Austin.
Stone Cold.
I actually can't wait to watch this match just to.
Yeah, same.
Myself of it.
Yeah, so do that next week. But now it's your turn to quiz us with your question of the week.
Right, well, if you could send 3 guys from WWE to TNA, who would it be? And then vice versa. Johnny, go.
3 guys from WWE to TNA.
To improve the product, not just because you hate them.
Okay. Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd fit in pretty well with some of it. Ziggler versus Kurt Angle would be an awesome match. Yes. That's sick. Is your arse finished speaking, Kimbo? Can I go?
Continue, I'll edit that out.
Okay. Miz, because he's doing nothing in WWE, I think he could probably do well in TNA. I mean, Miz versus Miz being involved in the whole sort of Aces and Eights angle would be pretty good. He's a pretty good mic worker, so somebody who can actually talk, I think, would benefit TNA. And then Drew McIntyre, just because he's a good blue nose, and I would like to see him get a better push than he's getting at the moment. And did you say vice versa?
Yep. So TNA to WWE.
See, they wouldn't use them.
No.
So, 3 guys who have never been in WWE before: AJ Styles, Robert Roode, and James Storm. Just to see what they would do with them.
Yeah.
I know AJ Styles and Roode had matches in
Metal.
metal, whatever the word, but like as in proper roster stars. So yeah.
Who's up next, Dutch or Kimbo?
Don't know.
You
I don't
fucking
watch
choose.
TNA.
Right, Kimbo, you go.
I don't watch TNA, so I couldn't possibly say from TNA to WWE.
It's fair enough.
Do you think of any WWE wrestler that hasn't been in the WWE for the last 5 years and
Well, as I say, like
Also,
RVD,
they'll
people like that, but they've already been.
Aye.
There's nothing fresh, and as I say, if you're trying to evolve the product or the brand, you really need to. I mean, you can't really rely on nostalgia because even that's starting to suck now for WWE. With nobody was really bothered about fucking Triple H. Nobody really gives a shit about The Rock.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to evolve and bring it forward and bring it fresh. But that's why
Thing
I
is,
kind
though,
of struggle.
We like Rock and Triple H. They roll them out
But as
every
I say,
month,
they're like
every
big
2
fucking
months.
deals. You know what I mean? It's
like
don't-
Mick Foley. You're meant to be excited when Mick Foley appears. You're just like, oh,
But you don't. It's just he's only there for
Foley.
self-promotion though. It's because he's got something to do.
Yeah,
It's
you're,
because he's got to bring something out. It's not because of the rest of them.
you're
you'd
not.
have a real mark out moment if Austin came back. If
But even still, they'd probably fuck it up right at the start of Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're like, what was the fucking point in that?
But you're not supposed to be excited when Mick Foley comes out because his stock in the WWE's went right down because he was in TNA.
Yeah.
The WWE don't rate him as highly as they do The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Well, the thing is, Foley's all over the place doing other stuff anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't give a fuck. It's the same when Ric Flair come out. He's tarnished his reputation because he basically made a cunt in the WWE by wrestling in TNA after his big retirement angle.
Aye.
It's not supposed to be a huge deal when Ric Flair shows up in WWE telly.
I'd love some kind of, I don't know, Cena versus CM Punk something like this, and Cena's about to win, then all of a sudden glass breaks, Austin comes down,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But it's never going to happen again. I think they want to build it up, they want to advertise them so that people will watch. But
Yeah.
you'll never get a surprise in WWE again. But
Don't know. Chris Jericho at Royal Rumble was quite
Yeah, that was quite out of the blue.
good. Yeah, I know what you mean. They try to sell tickets and promote it the fucking hell out of it before.
Ziggler's cash in was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Even I suppose when The Rock, when his first comeback, I mean, everyone presumed it was him, but it was still a bit of a surprise and a huge fucking mark-out moment when it was actually him that was revealed as the WrestleMania host.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's the internet that takes away the suspense nowadays, huh?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the fans are fucking a big part of the blame.
Yeah.
Ever
But,
since,
if you stay away from it, it'll be a surprise, but most people won't.
I mean, Goldberg versus Lesnar at WrestleMania 20, I think that was pretty much the turning point. After that, there's basically no secrets left in wrestling.
Pretty much. So yeah, back to topic.
Yeah, Dutch.
Yeah, right, so, well,
Oh, sorry.
as
Aye.
you say, you'd have to put somebody from WWE that nobody, that has got bags of potential, bags of talent that's just not being used. And as you say, somebody like Drew McIntyre, but as you say, he's not really charismatic or whatnot, so maybe give him a manager. But who else? I don't know. Say The Miz as well, but I'm not want to copy you.
Mm.
Ziggler as well, as you say, but it's still copying you. It's like Daniel Bryan, but
Yeah.
it's just people you know yourself that are proper wrestlers
Mhm.
that just don't get used. And I say I don't really watch TNA that much, well, at all actually. So I think the last time I watched TNA, they had like a 5-sided fucking ring,
6-sided.
6-sided. See, even I can fucking watch it that well.
5-sided ring, that'd be fucking... that'd be
Then
something.
again,
pentagonal.
Yeah.
Nah. As I say, I just don't. It just doesn't interest me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can sympathise. Dutch?
See, JTG, Winswoggle, and Cali TNA, and
Time Templar.
and
I like
Moon's
Time Templars.
Daleks.
who would I send to WWE? The Gunner, Wes Briscoe, and let's take an outsider and send over Crimson.
Yeah.
that doesn't equal ratings, then I don't know.
Yeah. My 6 or 3 would be to TNA. I would send John Cena. No, seriously, I'd send John Cena just because I wouldn't miss him in the WWE, and I think it'd be pretty cool if he just turned up in TNA.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Walked on somebody else's TV show, brother.
No, I'm genuinely serious. If we're just talking total fantasy, and who would you like to see then? John Cena.
Shit, there's Claire home.
It's a bit early.
I know.
John Cena's your total fantasy, eh, Monty?
Well, to appear on TNA. For the other two, I don't know. The Miz, because I think he'd get a push there, being like they'd come the breaks from for a wee while because he's a former WWE champion. Third guy, I don't know. Drew McIntyre. No, well, I don't think they'd send Drew over just because like his ex-missus is there, isn't she?
Yeah.
So that probably would work
She's
good.
probably got a restraining order against him, so he probably wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't even do that.
Third guy, Rey Mysterio.
Aye.
I think that'd be cool to see Rey turn up. I mean, he's pretty much done with WWE, so it'd be cool to see Rey turn up in TNA. 3 guys I'd send over to the other way would be Sting to get the Sting versus Undertaker match. Angle, just because there's guys in the WWE I'd like to see him have a match with, and AJ Styles, just because I'd like to see him get a chance in the WWE, but I think it might be too late for him now. So, aye. What about you, Gav?
I'd probably send over Wade Barrett, just because Wade Barrett, Cesaro, and Johnny Curtis, but not with the Fandango gimmick. Because I think the 3 of them just being misused to hell.
If Fandango went to TNA, they would definitely use that gimmick. There's absolutely no way they wouldn't use a Fandango gimmick.
There's a good wrestler there in Johnny Curtis, but it looks like they're just thinking, no, fuck him.
No, well, some of these have started that duo now.
And then from TNA to WWE, Bobby Roode, Aries, and Christopher Daniels. No. Roode, Daniels, Kazarian. Just for bad influence in the tag division.
Yeah.
Except they'd probably ban them from drinking apple teenies.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, anyone that gets sent over to TNA, the WWE aren't going to use because they've been in TNA. I mean, they're not going to push them properly, is what I mean.
Yeah.
So, anyone, that was that. Anyone got anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Dead watermelon, eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon.
I know you're going to do that.
Hey, okay, what's next? Melon, eat that watermelon, eat that
Plenty.
That watermelon sure is good.
Right, usual shout outs. Thank Beck doing the voiceover. Thanks Callum doing the tune. Catch him on Twitter at Still Alive. At Callan Alive. Find him on iTunes at Still Alive.
Can I just say, at this point, be careful when you're looking for him at Still Alive on iTunes, because I ended up downloading some heavy metal shite on iTunes and I'm so embarrassed about it. But some of his stuff is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. Gav, do you want to plug your website?
Nah.
Right, okay. Anybody want to plug their Twitter?
Hi, boss.
Fucking shut.
Oh, did they?
I said I heard you.
Oh.
You didn't even bring a fucking handcuffs home, man.
Yeah, it's Fanny on the RWR.
We've finally got a bird on the podcast.
Yes. Oh, the clunge.
Jimmy Faye, what fucking bird that left it 10 minutes ago? Are you shooting it down?
Oh, well.
I know, he's totally...
Well, as Kimbo struggles in domestic bliss,
Not domestic. Let's just don't have kids.
Yeah. Anyone else to add before I wrap this up?
Sorry?
Anyone get anything else to add before we wrap this up? All that's left for me to do is follow us on Twitter at RWR_podcast. Find us on Facebook at Random Wrestling Review. Follow us on, find our stuff on YouTube at RWR Podcast. Follow me at DavidRWR. Download us on Podomatic. Search for Random Wrestling Review. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Portugal. And yeah, keep listening.
All 12
David,
Yep.
if they're listening to this, why are you giving them the download link?
Well, to keep fucking.
They already know where to get it.
Good answer.
It's for fucking future promotion. Shut up. Aye. So thanks for listening. Shut up. Thanks for listening to the Random Wrestling Review, the podcast that breaks your back, fucks your ass, and makes you humble.
Not his wife, not his daughter. I mean, I'm gonna fuck him up differently. That means beat the fuck out of him and suplex him, put him in the camel clutch, break his back, and fuck his ass and make him humble. That's what.